Hey you guys, what's up? It's Emma Jean here for another very quick story time video about how I lost my front tooth. No lie, I really lost my front tooth from being a jackass. So, 8th grade year, first day, I'm walking into school, dripping hella swagger now that I think about it. I'm walking down the hallway, feeling hella cute because it's first day of 8th grade, I'm a top dog now, and I'm going to high school in a year, and I just looked really cute that day. And like, who doesn't look cute on the first day of school, especially middle school? So I'm walking, and I see this girl from last year who I did not have class with, but I rode the bus with her. So for 10 minutes a day, I would see her on the bus in the morning and in the afternoon. And we weren't like best friends, we really weren't even close friends, but we were friends, and we got along. I see her, and she sees me, and she's like, "Oh my god, Emma!" And since she did that, naturally I reacted back with, "Oh my god, Shelly!" So she starts like, not running, but I would say maybe running. It wasn't really like running, it was like the slow motion, like like coming in at me with a hug. We had about 20 feet in between us, and I'm running to her, like, "Oh my god!" Next thing you know, mind you, it was raining this day. It was raining, and I didn't have rain boots, and she didn't have rain boots. So we're running to each other. Next thing you know, I blink. I open my eyes. She slid up under me like a freaking slide kick up under my body. I go flying up in the air. I was like, and my mouth was really open like this. I was like, next thing you know, I fall on the floor, my face on the floor, but I didn't feel any pain. I turn around on my back. I'm like, what just happened? And then she's like, "Oh my god, I fell. Are you okay?" Because it was raining outside, so our shoes were wet and we didn't have rain boots. I'm like trying to figure out like how did all this happen. I didn't feel any pain on my face, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm okay. So I get up and I lick my lips because my lips were feeling extra dry after all that mouth opening I did. And I feel like this gap in between my two teeth, but it wasn't like a perfect gap. It was like a jaggedy gap, like Jagged Edge, the R&B group. So I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, Shelly, am I missing a tooth? And she's like, "Oh my god, your tooth! Oh my god!" And she was like I said before, we both have crazy personalities, so she's just naturally over exaggerant. She's like, "Oh my god, your tooth! Oh my god!" And I was like, what the hell? And then the teachers come, and she's like, "Are you girls okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Sweetie, we have to get you to the nurse office. You're missing a tooth." So I looked on the floor. I'm like trying to find my tooth. I still haven't seen what it looks like in the mirror yet. I'm looking on the floor, and the other half of my tooth is nowhere to be found. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. I go to the nurse's office, and she's like, "Are you in pain?" And I was like, "No, I'm not in any pain." She calls my mom. My mom starts fussing at me, telling me how could I be so dumb the first day of school. Parent stuff, black parent stuff. So picture day is actually the next day after the first day. So I was like crying. I'm like, I cannot do picture day with this jagged tooth. Like my mom, being the caring, loving mom that she is, couldn't let me walk around with a missing half of my front tooth. So I finally get to see it once I get to the dentist's office, and it's like I'm missing a quarter of my tooth. So I had this corner piece, like right where these two teeth touch. It was just a gap. So my doctor was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna put a crown on it, but then we're gonna have to put a fake tooth on it to cover it up for good." So I had a crown on, and that lasted for a week. So I was able to take my school pictures with the crown. And then that next week, my tooth came in, and what they did was they sawed my entire tooth down, because since 3/4 of it was missing anyway, the other half would just decay. So they had to take my whole entire tooth out and just left the root of my tooth in, put the new tooth in, and they like shoved it. Like I had like so many numb needles up in my mouth, like my whole face was numb. I could feel the pressure of them shoving the fake tooth into my real gums. And he was like, "Okay, you're good to go. This tooth will last you for about 3 years or longer if you take care of it." So, I've had the tooth in for 5+ years now. I have been taking really good care of it, and then I get it checked at the doctor's. If you guys don't know which tooth I'm talking about, because it looks so good blending in with my natural tooth, it is this one. I'll actually zoom in on it so you guys can see it. But this is the tooth that's fake, and you really can't tell standing from here. You can't tell in person. You can only tell if you're like really looking up in my mouth. Then you notice that the fake tooth doesn't have ridges on the bottom like my normal teeth do, and the fake tooth is a tad bit darker because back in middle school, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of dirty, didn't brush my teeth twice a day like I was supposed to, so my shade of teeth was a little bit darker. That was just the story, yeah. So make sure you're not running, especially if it's raining outside. Just don't run anywhere. That's why people have signs that say don't run, no running, because otherwise you might lose your tooth like I did, and that cost my mom almost $2,000. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.